Hey YouTube, this is Matt the Lawn Care Little Guy, and I'm coming to you, being with you by the grace of God alone, and I'm thankful to be here, and I'm thankful that you're watching. So, thank you to my new subscribers. Like I said, I get them every single week. I don't get a whole lot, but I get 2 or 3 here and there. So, appreciate everybody that is a new subscriber. Thanks for watching. This video is going to be unedited with no intros or any of that stuff. I'm just going to roll with it because my season has been busy, and this is like the height of it all right now. Like, this is about the time where you start experiencing some burnout, but stay encouraged, okay? Don't quit. Never give up. This is worth it, okay? Just telling you, it's worth it. So next year, I'm going to be doing some changes, and I'll let you in on that a little bit more. But what's happening about this time of year is you're figuring out what is working and what is not working, and you may or may not be thinking about this, but I'm already thinking about next year and how I'm going to work that. So just to give you kind of some insight on it, I think I'm actually going to downsize. Yes, you don't hear that too much, do you? Refusal to grow. I'm refusing to grow. I'm actually going to get smaller, I think, next year. But hopefully I'm going to make the same money, so that's good. But more to come on that. So in this week's video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Yardbook, and I'm going to give you a product review on the ISO-Tunes Pro. So we'll just get right to it, to the Yardbook. What do you guys think, huh? Are you users? Are you not users? Well, I was a user, and then I wasn't a user, and then I'm a partial user. But next year, I think I'm going to be a full-time user, okay? So basically what it comes to with Yardbook is I've been on this Facebook group for Yardbook users, and there's always questions coming up, right, on how things work and how to make things happen. And the thing to know about Yardbook is it's very user-friendly, okay? It's very user-friendly, but there is a learning curve, little learning curve. It's got its own little logic and its own little patterns and best way to do things. So if you just kind of go into a blind, it could be pretty confusing, and that provokes a lot of questions. So what I want to do is I want to encourage you guys to go check out that Yardbook users Facebook group, and I don't know if that's the actual name, but it should pop up pretty quickly. And go ahead and join that group if you're interested at all in Yardbook, or if you're having problems with it, thinking about going away from it. Because I was having problems with, like, I wasn't logging things properly or doing things in the proper order, and I thought I took a payment. I didn't take a payment, but I just wasn't doing it right. I didn't understand Yardbook's logic. So it takes some time. I'd love to help you guys with that. I'm not going to camp out on this too long. I'm just going to let you guys know that I'm probably going to abandon my system next year. Right now I'm doing both systems. Okay, my system's actually very, very good, but I'm very seriously considering, and I believe I've already even made the decision that I'm going to be doing some spraying. The only thing that's going to hold me back is myself on whether or not I get the work done, the thing required by state to get it done. So if I get that done, then I'm spraying next year, all right? And Yardbook offers that capability to track chemicals and applications and things of that nature. So I really want to go back to it. I'm getting much, much better at it, so it's much more efficient than it used to be. But it's a little quirky, But I'm going to it full time next year because I think I got it down. So, anyways, in the comments, if you have any questions about Yardbook, if you want to pick my brain about it, then pick my brain about it. Maybe in the description I'll put my email address if you want to email me with a question, but I highly encourage going to that Yardbook users Facebook group. So, on to the product review for the ISO-Tunes Pro. I'm going to take you out here just a little bit. Okay, the ISO-Tunes Pro, here it is. It's got a wire, it's got 2 buds, and it's got a microphone and a control and a charging. So it charges with like most modern day electronics, with a cord, plug it into the wall, and it's what do they call that? Mini USB, something like that. Anyways, so I usually start off with my rating right off the top, and then I tell you why. My rating for this product is a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. Okay, and my initial thoughts of it were going to be pretty good. I saw it on one of Top Notch's videos. He had talked about it, and I wanted to try it out. He kind of sold me on it, so I bought it. I bought it straight from the site. It was about 77 bucks with a discount. I think they're normally like 80 something dollars. And it's a really nice packaging and everything. I got it, and it's got a lot of different little attachments, like different size, of these little foamy deals, plus other styles of it, more like earplug type styles that are kind of tiered to help you with the noise reduction. But it's pretty interesting because these little nubs, they come off, right? they screw right off, and then they got like this little thing, and this is where the noise goes in, and then it goes through that hole. Whoop, you can see all the way through it, and it channels it right into your ear canal, and then it's got the foamy or whatever, you know, adapter, I guess if you can call it ear adapter, you would want for it. But I've got the full size foamy, okay, and you squish it in there, and then you shove it in your ear, okay, and then this loops around your ear like so to hopefully hold it on. Pretty good in concept, right? It's got little buttons, pluses and minuses for the volume and all that jazz. It's got the little center button to accept a call or to make a call, maybe activate your Bluetooth. It is Bluetooth operated. Overall, it's not bad. It's better than my 3M work tunes. My 3M work tunes were not Bluetooth though, but it's not as good as my LG collar style Bluetooth earbuds. So there are some things that I liked about it, and there's a lot that I didn't like about them. That's why it gets a 7, because overall it's a pretty good product for what's out there, but there is something better in my opinion. So noise reduction, I'll say it was not as good as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be amazing. It's not amazing. It's just okay, all right, in my opinion. The sound quality for what comes through is very good. I will give that. That's one thing that I like. Very good. Comfortability. If I were to actually rate that on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd rate it probably a 7, and that's probably very consistent with my overall rating. The reason being is because there's different sizes of these ear adapters based on the shape of your ear and the size of the ear. I have the biggest foamies because I was having trouble with them falling out. Okay, so I put bigger foamies in there. It fixed it for this ear, but it did not fix it for this ear. And here's another problem I have with it. It's whatever they make this foam out of, it rebounds too quickly when it gets hot and warm and I get all sweaty for me to actually squeeze this in here and then shove it back in my ear before it actually expands out. Because that's how it actually works. You make it small, stick it in your ear, and then it expands to fit your ear, so you have maximum noise reduction. So I have trouble in one ear, not the other ear. Maybe it's the shape of my ear, maybe you wouldn't have that problem, but that's one thing I do not like about it. And I don't have that problem with my LG headset. But the LG headset does not have as good sound quality, and it does not filter the noise through the microphone when I'm taking a phone call as well as this one does. Although this also did not meet my expectations as far as filtering sound quality. It's better on the mower, but it's really bad when I'm running the trimmer or the edger. So my wife does not enjoy phone calls, so I avoid it altogether, and you better believe I'm not going to take a call from the customer if my wife is unhappy with the quality there. So those are some things about it. And the other thing about it is because it's got this wire that goes around your neck like this, I don't know how it happens, but it gets snagged on limbs, and it goes whoop, rips it right out of my ear. So I don't like that too much. I prefer to have something that's just right there, okay? Now I get headsets ripped off too. I don't know if I'm actually rating that very well against everything else, because everything else has that issue as well. But maybe I just need to look where I'm going. Maybe it's my fault, right? Not the product. But it would be really nice to have something that did not rip out of my ear. And I also wear layers, you know, for some protection around my neck, and sometimes even just it gets caught in between those layers of clothing, and I'll turn my head and it'll come out. So anyways, this is kind of a overview. This is just more or less my experience. So a lot of my reviews are like that, just the things that I like and the things that I don't like. It's probably not comprehensive. So if you're thinking about buying the ISOtunes Pro, look at a lot of different reviews so you can get a full picture of what's going on. But that's my experience. I don't think I'll buy them again. I think I can get a cheaper product and I'll be more satisfied, hence my LG collar style. Now, one of the reasons why I did like this is because I wanted to double it as running, okay, mowing and running. The collar bounces on my bone, on my collarbone, and I don't like that. So, actually, for running, when I'm running, I like these better. When I'm mowing, I like the LG better. So, that's pretty much the end of that. And I actually took some footage, and I don't know if I'll ever get it out there, but just kind of what's going on with me. I'm having trouble getting projects done because this is a really, really busy time. My fence blew down in the back of the yard, and it's been down for months, probably at least 2 months, maybe 3 or 4 months possibly. Well, I convinced the property management people in the back to split the cost of it with me, and I'm putting the fence up myself. So I'm halfway done with it, and my neighbor was a Seabee in the Navy. So if you don't know who the Seabees are, they do a lot of different things, particularly construction. So he's really handy with that, but I've done fences before. I did my dad's fence and it turned out really well. But he's given me a second hand out there to get that taken care of. And it's just little by little. So the way I'm doing that to get the projects down around the house is I come to work on Sunday, I go to church directly after work, and then when the sun starts setting a little bit, it gets a little bit cooler out here, and then we go back to work. So we might get a half hour, we might get an hour, we might even get 2 hours of work, I don't know. But we're going to keep on pressing that way every Sunday for a couple hours until I get the home project done. So why do I tell you that? Because, man, husbands out there that are also long guys, your wife's got a to-do list probably, and you're probably wondering how you're going to get it accomplished. So be efficient with your time. That's how I'm working it. Maybe that helps you. Maybe it's an idea. I don't know. But I know I got jobs to do to get done. And then on top of that, I'm also heating up on the Bible study type stuff. So I got a new Bible study that's going to be starting here in the first week of August, and it's going to be an indefinite Bible study. And I'm going to be a primary teacher in that and leading people in their walk with the Lord. So that's a big deal for me. Lots of preparation involved with that, so I'm devoting time for that. In the meantime, I've actually got a book study going on that a pastor at church asked me to do. It's on becoming a contagious Christian. Excellent book. I do recommend that book. So if you're out there and you're wondering how, and you are a Christian, and you're wondering how you can better affect the people around you, that's a great book. Go ahead and read that. It's by Bill Hybels. Bill Hybels. Okay, excellent book. I don't agree with everything in it, but the premise is very solid, and it at least will provoke some thought for you. So that's a 5-week thing going on. We've been doing that for 3 weeks, so we got 2 more, and my wife is amazing. I'm not there a whole lot during lawns, and she's really supporting in this group too, because I pretty much just show up and do the facilitation, and I've just really been enjoying getting to know more people at church. What else is going on here? Got a dinner coming up, more ministry stuff. It's a dinner. We like to invite friends from every circle that we have in our life come together, have a dinner, and play some games. And then we got somebody that'll just share a little story about their walk with the Lord and where they're at. So that's pretty neat. That's coming up here in a couple weeks as well. So that's a big deal. As you can see, I'm getting really heavy on the ministry along with the lawns. What else is going? It's hotter than all get out here, let me tell you. But kind of expected it. It's July. It's going to be July and August, hottest months of the year. So just press on through. I just want to encourage you guys. So I guess that's probably about it with me. Thanks for watching. With this new kind of format type of dealy. And sorry I didn't get to edit too much. Again, thank you to the new subscribers. Give me a comment. Let me know what's going on with you. Are you busy as I am? Are you going as crazy as I am? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So pray for me. I'll pray for you. And don't forget to consider giving blood. Save 3 lives. And Lord bless. We'll see you again next week. And peace.